Morning. Nandito kami ngayon sa taas ng tulay dito sa may Chicago River. Kasi gaya ng sinabi ko sa inyo nung huli kong vlog, ngayong araw na ito, mag-boat ride kami dito sa Chicago River. Ayan yung aming sasakyan. At mamaya pa naman ang alis nitong boat. Alas 9 yata ang lakad. Pero kinakailangan maaga kang pumunta bago dumating yung kinakailangan doon. Wendelia, Sibin, yung naglilinis yata ito. Yan o. May mga nagsisidating na eh. May na unang sumakay para na yung pwesto. Madaling humanap ng pwesto. Yun, si Leia at si Oda. Si Del at saka si Lady, ayan. Kung kami nagpunta rito eh. Ako, si Lady, si Del, si Michael, si Oda at saka si Leia. Pero sa kung kami galing, sa Boston kami sumakay, si Leia naman.
Ano, ginabidyo ka ba? Paano may pinag-chismis? Pag-ay, may...
Kaya be careful.
Ay, dalawa na.
Yan na lang, alam mo, akala yung upuan sa solid na kadi. Para siyang paparazzi.
Nag-aantay pa kami ng paglahad. Ay, ngayon pala, pinasasakay na kami ngayon. Nyalis na harang ng nandito na kami. Kami pala unang sasakay. Kaya mahanap kami ng magandang pwesto. Iya, siya nagiginaw. Nagjalan jacket. Yan o, nagsasakaya pa.
Natikunan mo kami sa malayo.
Gagawin ko na yan. Meron train sa ilalim.
Downstairs we do have restrooms, and this is where the full service bar is located. We're going to be set to leave in about 10 minutes. In about 7, the captain will start a safety speech. My name is Kenny. I'll be a tour guide for the next 90 minutes on this river architecture tour. If you want to head downstairs, you'll find the stairway directly in the back, 2 in the front, all of which can lead you downstairs where you're going to find the photograph buildings in Chicago, Marina City. But Chicagoans, we love to nickname things. We call them the Corn Cobs. By a student of Mies van der Rohe, Bertrand Goldberg, who did not agree with the less is more philosophy, believes that there are no right angles in nature, there should be none in architecture. When you walk into your apartment here, it is extremely narrow, widens as you walk throughout the apartment, shaped sort of like a piece of pie or pizza. Each floor connected to a central stem, think of petals on a flower. And when the buildings first opened, they were thought to be a city within a city, having their own ice skating rink, bowling alley, movie theater converted into the House of Blues, even the private marina. And if you've seen them, they were filmed here. The 1979 Pontiac was driven off of the 17th floor, right into tours. The Reed Murdoch Center by George Nimmons in 1914, sheeted in that red brick. At the top, you're going to find some Botanica. And I'm telling you right now, if we have any engineers aboard, the next building is an engineering masterpiece. 300 North LaSalle by Picard and Shelton in 2009. A the building can achieve, like winning an Academy Award for a building. And it also has a green roof, which mitigates rainfall. Has plants, trees, vegetations. Chicago has more green buildings than any other city. in the United States. Designed in the Art Deco style of architecture, Art Deco buildings have the geometrical ornamentations, vertical lines working your eyes up and set back to the top. This was the largest concrete structure in the world when it opened. Today it's only second to what building? The Pentagon is correct. Joining me to my left, the white building here is Residence Have Ever Been by James DeStefano in 2001. When the building first opened, parking spots were going for about $60,000. But they don't park their own cars. The ramps are too narrow. They have to drop their keys off to a valet who parks the car for them. The red brick building, Fulton House by Frank B. Abbott in 1908, was an old cold storage warehouse utilized for milk, butter, and eggs. Renovated by Harry Weiss in the 1980s, needing to allow the building to be thawed for about 18 months. But right now, I need you. Look alongside the building. Notice the starfish. Looking towards the top, you'll notice the porthole windows. Harry Weiss loved the nautical theme, loved to sail. Also evident in a couple of my favorite buildings here, the River Cottages by Harry Weiss in 1988. Notice the use of the triangles, the porthole windows, how these units sort of resemble a sailboat. Home to 2 4-story and 2 6-story units, which all come with their own private marinas. And get this, up until about 5 years ago, they were all owned by the original owner in 1979. Everything that we are seeing here today would not be here in 79. Not the trees, not the ivies, not the seawalls, not even the windows alongside the building. Because the river was so dirty, we turned our backs on it. No one wanted to look alongside the river. You join me to our left, we got the complete opposite. A beautiful promenade, home to a gorgeous community here in the city of Chicago, known as Kenzie Park. Completed by George Papa George and Hayes back in 2002. Home to 70 townhomes, all designed to look like European row houses. The most inter-ready are reselling for about 7 to 14 million. But we're going to clear the Grand Bridge and we're going to stay off into the right side of the boat for the rest of the North Ranch. Finding another red brick building. This one is known as the Riverbank Lofts by Nimitz and Fellow in 1909. Building is a great example of adaptive reuse. Adaptive reuse is when you take a building that had a previous use and you give it another use. Used to be a printing warehouse. Have a good day. I see that 12 times a day. Used to be a printing warehouse, now home to what are known as soft walls, which have an open floor plan. You will have an enclosed bathroom, making it look structurally unfinished. But drop to eye level, you're gonna find Montgomery Park. Something you're gonna notice about Chicago throughout your visit, we love our green spaces. Every 5 or 6 blocks you may notice a different park, most within the downtown area, accompanied by a dog park. And I'm telling you this right now, you're new to a city, you wanna meet people, get a dog. Go to the park at 7 in the morning, you'll meet a bunch of people. How do I know? I just adopted an English Bulldog, met 50 people last week. Don't miss that building out there in the distance. Her name is Lulu. Don't miss the building out there with the blue glass and the concrete corners. This is known as the Montgomery, former office building for Montgomery Ward. Anyone on the boat here today remember Montgomery Ward? Now for all of the children on the boat today who do not remember Montgomery Ward, he was a major catalog baron in the 19th century. Essentially, he was Amazon before Amazon. He just got everything he wanted out of these thick catalog books. But get this, kids, you had to do something extremely terrifying. You had to get on the phone and talk to a live human being. And with that, it's a Mr. Ward because he saved Chicago's front yard. You head downstairs, you cannot escape my voice.
Babalik na tayo.
I could be heard everywhere on the boat here today, even in the bathrooms. That's creepy. Now we're just gonna go over Chicago's history till we made our way back to the main ranch. One that's on my list to try is called Pizza Nugget Grinder. It's like a pizza pot pie. And I'm interested this morning. I'm in a weird mood. I want to get personal. Got a small group. So I'm going to use a shortcut. 1779, we have our first non-Native American citizen, Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable, Haitian man, came to the city looking to establish a fur trading business. 1837, we're finally a city, population 4,000. New York, Pittsburgh, and other major cities in the U.S. at that point, our politicians were so relentless that we got the fair. And this angered New Yorkers, especially one specific New York reporter, Charles Dana. He would go on to write behind it. It has the white undulating patios. That is Aqua Towers, completed in 2009. And the white undulating patios gives the building the water rippling effect alongside of it. At its base, it is home to the Radisson Blu Hotel. Upper floors, they are condominiums. Oh, and by the way, the penthouse of Aqua Towers was once owned by my Debbie forever out to the Gulf. Chicago, we were happy about it. St. Louis was not. You see, they get their source of drinking water from the Mississippi. Chicago, are you crazy? Sitting on your gross discussing drinking water, folks in St. Louis sued us, and they lost the lawsuit. How? It was held right here in Chicago. So they started bottling up the deadly waters, and they started selling it back to us. We still drink it today. It's called Budweiser. But we did get sued by other neighboring states, Michigan, Indiana, Wisconsin, also Canada, who feared that we'd be draining one of the 5 Great Lakes here, Lake Michigan. And they were right, it'd take about 400 years for us to drain it without an inch. So we lost the lawsuit. And the result of it is in front of us, the harbor law, which mitigates how much water which is led to the river. Process of 2 gates never opened at the same time, a set of rivers. Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing? You know, I'm going to tell you something a little personal because I like this group, but I want to mention my nickname, and it's Snacks. I like snacking. I love snacks. What's my favorite snack? Right now, it is the home-style Rice Krispies. Home-style. A savory snack? I like salted pistachio.
Now don't get back to everybody.
David writes about 5 years ago. Goes by street address 875, North Michigan. Completed in 1969 by Skidmore, Owens & Merrill. It is home to a few observations. That's the 360 and the tilt. You're in the tilt, you're in the glass box tilted to a 30-degree angle. But if you know about the building, you know about it. He may have been on to something. Schools produced over 90 Nobel Prize winners, second only to the Wrigley building. Completed in 1924 by Graham Anderson, Probst & White, and pieces of the building. First building erected north of Michigan Avenue. It has been illuminated since 1924. First building downtown to have air conditioning. And the Wrigley Gum Corporation started out here. He did not start by selling gum, he started out by selling soap. People hated the soap, so as a buying incentive, he stuck in 2 pieces of juicy fruit gum. May she be inside studying.
Matatapos na itong aming boat ride. Yan, picture bago po na kami bumaba. At si Lady, ayan, no? Pa-picture muna. Sige. Paborito ni Lady ang mga bulaklak eh. Sige, sana nag-enjoy kayo dito sa video ito. At pamaya-maya, maglalakad-lakad kami, kakain naman kami. Titignan ko kung maibibidyo ko yung mga pupuntahan pa namin. Okay, thank you.